Let us see the eighth sentence now. To dash a secret is no less than crime than lying. To dash a secret. The correct answer is divulge. So first of all, let us try to relate what is meant by divulge. Divulge means you are making something public, you are proclaiming, you are announcing something. So if there is some secret, it needs to be a secret, needs to be hidden. And if you are just proclaiming that secret, it is no less than crime than lying. Clear? Ninth sentence. The study of coding decoding involves various dash clues. The correct answer is cryptic. Now what exactly is meant by cryptic? Cryptic means those things which have hidden meanings. So when we are talking about the study of coding and decoding, obviously it includes and it should include various clues which have the hidden meanings. They are cryptic. Clear? Let us come to the next one. The rich businessman has denoted a dash amount from his savings. Now he is a rich businessman and we are talking about donations. So the correct answer is colossal. Colossal means large, big, right? So the rich businessman is there. He is donating from his savings. He must have donated a large amount, right? So these are a few sentences in which we have seen that we needed to actually fill in the blanks. And once again, I would like to say the same thing that I have said before the starting of this particular question, that for this, number one, we need to have a good vocabulary. We need to work out on our vocabulary. How to work out? Two things I have told you. One thing is I have told you the correct answers. So now you should know the meanings of the words that we have mentioned, like divulge, like colossal, like cryptic, like boisterous, like ostentatious. These are probably new words for all of you. Not an issue. Every year I see the students, we don't use these type of words in our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day communication and talking with our friends or relatives or wherever in the school. Fine. So these things you need to learn, and that is why you are taking up these classes and extra guidance. So the first thing is you need to relate the meanings of these words, and importantly, for every question we have got four options. Getting my point? So just focusing on one option, you are not going to get the same as it is exact question in examination. Do not expect yourself to be so fortunate that you will have the same choices, the same word used there, the same question being asked in the same sense. If that happens, it is purely coincident, right? But when it comes to preparation, obviously we need to make our preparations well and properly and thoroughly in advance. And for that, if I'm saying that all the four options, you need to look out all the four options, you need to keep your dictionary with you, you need to keep out the words, and whatever word meaning you don't know, add it in your notebook as well as in your vocabulary. This is how these questions should be taken advantage of. Obviously, there are certain words which the meaning we already know. Cowardly we know, right? Attach we know, forget we know, hide we know. These are common words. Melodious we know, handsome and annual and childish would know, right? But do we know the meaning of renegade or robust or witty? Do we know the meaning of, for example, let us go above. Okay. Do you know the meaning of versatile or legendary? Again, coming above. Do you know the meaning of provoked? If yes, very good. If no, mark them up. Right. And rest, I hope you must be knowing as per your vocabulary. Anonymous. Do you know the meaning? If no, note it down. Just check out the meaning and work out on their meanings. Try to read and then learn, because this is what will help you, right? So this is all about our idioms. We'll be ending up our this session here only, step by step, easily, comfortably, coolly, but on a daily basis, continuously and consistently. Go through these idioms that we have discussed, a few of them. These are the idioms that we have discussed, and along with the idioms that we mentioned in the questions. Make a note of it and start learning. Got it? So let's hope that you will try to enrich your vocabulary. We have done this chapter vocabulary. There were so many things that we did in this particular chapter. We talked about connotations and collocations and phrases, phrasal verbs. So many things were included in vocabulary. The synonyms, the antonyms, and now these idioms. So this chapter vocabulary is over now, and this is one of those chapters which consistently you need to do for the next few years, I suppose, because it is not only your exams, right? It is not that your English will be utilized only for your exams till your exams. No, after that also throughout your life you will be using English, and it is always better to make constant improvement in yourself. Clear? So with the ending of the idioms, we are ending the chapter vocabulary out of your syllabus. Make sure that you practice it properly and thoroughly. Make sure that you try to take advantage. Fine? So with this, ending up this lecture, in the next class, we'll be taking up a new chapter, a new topic. Till then, study hard, take care of yourself, have a good time, and thank you so much for being with me. Good day, everyone.